What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some interface changes. Today's patch included some thermodynamics changes, which is going to make a huge difference in air realistic and air simulator battles, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. Instead, I'm going to focus on the interface changes, some of which I like, some I don't like. We're going to start off with perhaps the most obvious one. That is, your friends list and chat box are no longer up here. They've moved them down here. This is the one change that I don't understand. Naturally, your eyes are drawn towards the top of your screen. It doesn't matter if you're browsing a website or using a game. Your eyes are naturally drawn up here. And I've known this for a long time, mostly because of my work with website design. I worked in website design for almost 10 years. And heat map tracking data will back me up in that the human eye is naturally attracted to the top of a screen or a book or whatever you're looking at. So to me, putting it down here, it almost buries your friends list. This makes no sense. And for War Thunder, it's all about your friends. It's all about connecting with people and getting other people to play. So by moving them down to the bottom, you're really just burying your friends list. Those of you who are on the PS4, how many times are you going to have to move your D-pad to get down here to open your friends list, compared to having up here, where it was probably one of the very first options that you could get to using. I suppose it's your D-pad. I don't know. I don't have a PS4, so I can't really comment. But you know, just these small things that it just doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. Leave it in here between your name and the to battle icon, and it would be all fine. They didn't change the functionality of this at all. Let me move on to something interesting, actually. They've changed the way that the spade icon looks. It's enormous, and it's kind of tilted and faded into the background. It looks nice, however, I don't like the size of it. I don't necessarily like the placement of it. To me, it's too large. And if you look at let's say... Look at this. Look at all the spades that I have. It starts to look almost like a floral pattern or a wallpaper design. It's just too weird and too big. And weird may not be the right word to use, but I think you know what I mean. I would prefer something smaller, and I'll show you an example of what I propose in a minute. Then they also added the little icon for fighter, bomber, invader, attacker. Excuse me, not invader. And for tanks, we switch over to tanks. You got your light tanks, you get your medium tanks, you get your heavies and SPAs. To me, this is an unnecessary addition. I don't when I'm making a lineup, I don't need this information. I know what a Sherman is. I know what an M24 is. I know what a Tiger is. I don't need this little icon. The little icon is what you'll see on the mini map in your War Thunder battles. I don't necessarily need it. To me, this is valuable real estate, and I feel like I feel like Gaijin could be using this to display additional information that is more relevant to the player, and I'll get into what that is in just a minute. One of the things I do like about what they changed here in the bottom preset here is that they actually show you the battle rating. I've been wanting this to be shown for a long time. They used to have just the rank, like tier 2, tier 3, and I don't understand why they didn't change that here in the main tech tree. Why don't they get rid of this rank thing, because we know we're in rank 3. Why not put 3.7 here? If I were to put the Chaffee in my preset here, it would say 3.7 down there. To me, this is an oversight that I wish they would fix. They also added some drop-down menus. I'll show you that here in the options. Everything is now a drop-down menu instead of the sideways sliders or whatever it used to be. Everything is a drop-down menu. Even when you go into a battle, all of the weapons options and the gun conversions, all of that is a drop-down menu that you can use. I like that. I didn't necessarily think that the drop-down menu was a required change. You know, it's not like the interface was broken by any means, but it's a welcome change. I actually like that. I prefer the drop-down menu for games and for websites. So one of the things I would propose is to change the way talismans are displayed. I would like to see the talisman actually shown on the little icon here. So, like the Z2, I didn't buy this talisman, I won it. See right here, talisman. Why don't they put this little icon next to the battle rating? Get rid of the rank, put the battle rating, get rid of this bomber icon, that's useless information to me. Put the talisman, put the spade, and the battle rating. I'm going to show you an example. This is just a mock-up, keep in mind. Just a mock-up of the Walker Bulldog that I made. Doesn't this make so much more sense? Isn't this more information that you could use? The spade icon is something I've found on Google Images, and I know the font doesn't quite match what Gaijin uses, but you know, it's just a mock-up for the purpose of demonstration. And then when we change, or when we compare it to what Gaijin is currently using, to me it just makes more sense. What do you guys think? Which design do you prefer? What design would you change something? Like to me, the interface is not broken, but there's just small improvements that could be made. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of all this in the comment section below. Take care, guys.